In this video, we're gonna talk about 10 ways to get more traffic to your website. People ask me this question all the time. How can I get more traffic to my website? How can I get more traffic to my website? Well, I decided to stop answering people and just make this video instead. So let's go over all 10 of the ways really quickly now, and then later in this video, we'll go into each one of them in depth. And these are my 10 favorite ways. So let's get started. First one is organic traffic or SEO. Basically, this is just traffic from Google search results that you don't pay for, just the normal stuff. This is like what everybody wants to know, how to do better. And we'll talk about that in this video, don't worry. Next one is content marketing, which kind of feeds into organic traffic. Talk about that later in the video as well. Next up is PR, pretty self-explanatory, getting in newspapers, getting in blogs, getting all over the place. Social media, you probably know about social media. It's at the time of this filming, 2017, which is weird to say because it's early January for me right now. But yeah, you probably know about social media. Let's talk a little bit about that. On top of that, AdWords. You might not know what AdWords is. This is one of my favorite ways on trying to get traffic to your website. It works so well. It gets targeted traffic. Product listing ads. This probably is my favorite way, also known as PLAs. We'll talk in depth about that as well. Paid social media. This is advertising on social media, doing Facebook ads, Pinterest ads. Talk about that later in this video. Number 8, retargeting and display ads. Number 9, paying for placement on blogs, also with influencers. And last up is influencer marketing. So we're gonna talk about all 10 of these. This is a little bit of a long video, but I guarantee it's worth it. I mean, if you're serious about starting an e-commerce business, growing your e-commerce business, or just trying to get any kind of traffic to your website, let's talk about these. So number 1, organic traffic SEO. If you don't know what it is, it's trying to rank number 1 in Google. When someone types in something, for instance, for my company, if they were to type in dance shorts, I want to be number 1. Now, I'm currently not for a variety of factors. Mostly because the other people have much bigger budgets than I have. They're multi-million dollar companies, but that's okay. That's what organic traffic is. That is what SEO is. So it's free traffic. I mean, it's basically free traffic to your website. And I will say one other thing. You might not want to try to rank for dance shorts if you're me. You might want to try to rank for light green dance shorts. And the reason is much less people are going after the term light green dance shorts, so you're more likely to get to number 1. But that's stuff for another video. On-page and off-page SEO is very important. On-page is optimizing your website so Google can read it as easily as possible. Off-page is doing things like getting other websites to put links to yours. So what Google does is they read your website and try to figure out what it's about. Then on top of that, it says, hey, all these other 100 websites are pointing to your website. It must be pretty popular. Hence, we're gonna put it pretty high up in the search results. So on-page and off-page are the 2 big elements of SEO, and we can talk about that in another video like this one down below. There's a video here, or if you go down below, I'm gonna have links to all these. All 10 of these topics have other videos where I dive in way deeper into them. So you can click over here or down in the link below for the SEO video. Let's talk about content marketing. So if you don't know what content marketing is, let me explain a little bit. Basically, one type of content marketing is spotlight marketing. But hold on to that for a second. So content marketing is basically putting up articles, putting up YouTube videos, putting up any kind of content that your potential customers would be interested in. Now, one example of that is spotlight marketing. So what is spotlight marketing? It's something that, as far as I know, I came up with. Someone else may have come up with it before me. Spotlight marketing is interviewing your customers or your potential customers. So for me, I realized I sell dance clothing. The number 1 most important customers to us are dance studios. Well, let's interview them and let's put articles about them on our blog. And then what happens, the students read the articles about them. We create a relationship with the dance studio owner. It's this whole big happy thing that happens. Some other types of content marketing, buying guides. Maybe you sell shaving razors and you can put out a buying guide and say, hey, here's the 5 top things to look for when buying razors. And it just so happens that your brand of razors has all of these. Another thing is long tail keywords. You wanna, like I said in number 1, you wanna go after what's called long tail keywords, meaning don't go after an article like how to buy dance shorts. It could be like how to buy the perfect red dance shorts. And the goal would be to rank high up for that. Now that's probably not the perfect example, but hopefully you see what I'm saying here. Next up is, I've got tons of videos on this, and yeah, there's videos down below. And I know I'm going over all this very quickly. Like I said, click here, click down below. Watch a whole video on this if this is something that interests you. But I got only a limited amount of time, so we got to hurry up here. PR, press releases, public relations, also is what it stands for. Get featured on blogs. Create relationships with bloggers and get them to feature your product. So with B-Dance or my dance clothing company, I might reach out to people that have dance-related blogs, send them free stuff, do cool stuff so that they actually will feature us on their blog. The other thing is you can use spotlight marketing to build relationships. I've done this. I've reached out to bloggers and said, hey, we want to feature you on our blog. And then in return, they end up down the line somehow helping us out. So that's another thing to keep in mind. You can also use growth hacking tactics to get into newspapers. Don't worry, I've got videos about this, but basically using different strategies to get into newspapers, imagine how awesome it would be to get on TV or in the LA Times or the New York, all those papers. Next up is, if you want to watch a video on this, you can click here or you can click down below. So let's go to social media. Now, you probably know a little bit about social media by now, and you probably know that your business needs to have it, but here's my favorite platforms personally for social media. Facebook, which is the king of social media. If your brand is not on Facebook, you're insane. Just go do it. If nothing else, the link from the Facebook page to your website will help you with SEO. On top of that, Pinterest, you need to be on Pinterest. It's 2017, be on Pinterest already. YouTube, and Twitter, and lastly, Instagram. These are my 5 favorite. There's also things like Snapchat. I do think Snapchat's good. I don't personally think it's quite as good for e-commerce for a variety of reasons. Now, someone out there watching this video could 100% prove me wrong, and it can be done. There's a few problems with it. One of the big ones is there's no links to click to your website. It's not impossible, but that's one of the big problems, one of the big reasons why I don't go after it. So if you want to learn more about social media, you can start with this video, link down below. I go over all the different social medias, and then from that video, I have other videos going into Facebook, Instagram, each one individually, like really in depth. So if you're interested in any of those, click the video down below or just search effective e-commerce Instagram and you'll find a video, I promise you. So whatever you're interested there, you'll find more about social media. But next up, let's get into AdWords. This is one of my favorite ones, not the favorite one, that's coming up next, but this is one of my favorite ones. So if you don't know what AdWords are, let me explain a little bit. You get to bid on keywords that people search for in Google. So let's break this down. You've probably seen Google ads before. You type in something and there's an ad showing up. Well, the way that they targeted you, at least the main way that they target you, is based on what you typed in. So what I might do is if someone types in dance shorts, I'll show them an ad for my dance shorts and say, hey, looking for dance shorts? Click here, and it'll take them to my website and I'll try to sell them dance shorts. This is a gold mine. Now, you don't want to probably just go for short things like dance shorts. You might want to do something like green dance shorts and take them to a special landing page that's nothing but green dance shorts. You want, when they type something in, them to come to your website and be like, oh my God, this is perfect for me. So keep that in mind. Next up, the big thing is you got to pay less than you make. So if I spend $1 per click, and that's how it works, you pay based on, you say, Google, I'm willing to give you X amount of money every time someone clicks on my ad. So let's say I put an ad up for green dance shorts, and every time someone clicked on it, it cost me $1. I told Google I'm willing to pay $1. Now let's say 1 out of 10 people bought my dance shorts, and let's just say hypothetically, I on average made $20 from that sale. So that would mean that I'm spending $10 to make $20. I'll do that all day long. So that's the big game here with AdWords, is spending less money than you make. Now there's some other things to keep in mind, such as lifetime value of your customer. If you have a product that people are buying over and over again, it's okay to lose money in the beginning. There's also things such as how much people will talk about your product. So maybe you make 1 sale, but that 1 sale turns into 2 sales and 3 sales and 4 sales. So you can keep that in mind as well. Also, I gotta talk about Bing ads. Everything you do in AdWords, just import over to Bing ads. That's, if you don't know what Bing is, it's another search engine that's not quite as good as Google and doesn't have as much traffic, but they also have an ads platform. So anything you do in AdWords, you can just import into Bing ads. There are some other strategies for doing Bing ads properly, but to be honest, it's not worth my time as much as AdWords is. So if you're interested in AdWords, I've got a full video down below on AdWords, just like all these topics, where I really dive in deep. And if you're new to e-commerce and you didn't know what AdWords was before this, 100% watch that video. It will blow your mind. It's great. Product listing ads. So like I said, this is probably my favorite type of ad, period. And if you haven't seen these before, they're the ones that you see, like if you were to type in red dance shorts, you'd see a picture of red dance shorts and a price underneath. Those are product listing ads. And the reason they are so powerful is basically they have that price underneath. So they show intent. So when people look at them and they click on it, it's because they're willing to buy it, because of that price. So it's not like they're just interested in learning more about red dance shorts. They see the price and they say, okay, yes, I want to buy that. Where if someone's looking for information, they're more likely to go down below and click on the just the regular AdWords or regular Google results, I should say. Now, the game with product listing ads is negative keywords. You don't get to tell Google which search queries you want to show up for, but what you can tell them is I don't want to show up for this. So I might put a red dance shorts, I might give Google a product that's red dance shorts, and then I'd see that they're showing it to all kinds of people. And one of them might be red dance shorts, pictures of girls. And I'd say, no, Google, that's not what I want to show for. If someone's looking for pictures of girls in red dance shorts, they're not serious about buying them, so don't show my ad to them. I can say other things such as that, like don't show it to people that use, Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers red, or let's say Chicago Bulls red dance shorts. Well, we don't sell Chicago Bulls red dance shorts, we just sell regular red dance shorts. So if someone's searching for Chicago Bulls red dance shorts, don't show them my ad. So like all these, if you want the complete product listing ads tutorial, you can click down here or down below. Let's go to number 7, paid social media. This is one of my more popular things that people are interested in, always ask me questions about. There is a Facebook ads tutorial down below. So Facebook ads is one of the types. You can do so much cool stuff with Facebook ads. And I'm not going to even do it justice here, but you can target people based on what they've liked on their page, how old they are, whether they're male or they're female, whether they have kids, just an ungodly amount of things. So for that full tutorial, click down below and you can get that. On top of that, there's a Pinterest ads tutorial. Same thing, click down below to get the full Pinterest ads tutorial. And number 8, retargeting in display ads. So let's talk about a little bit what retargeting in display ads. Now, retargeting display ads probably are the best return on your investment, which what I mean by that is for every dollar you spend, you're probably gonna make the most money back. And why these are so powerful is because people have come to your website once, they already know about you, and then you just show them ads wherever they go saying, hey, please come back, please come back. And you've probably seen these. You've probably been on a website and for whatever reason, those banners follow you everywhere you go on the internet. Yeah, that's retargeting ads. Now, the issue with these is you do need to get them to your website in the first place. So a side tangent related thing is display ads. So display ads are really cool because the same idea, you can put display ads everywhere. Not my favorite way for e-commerce because people are generally not in a buying mode, but if you're a bigger company and you want to do more of a branding play, display ads could be helpful. So follow your customers everywhere. That's retargeting ads. Paying for placement, number 9, let's talk about this a little bit. You can pay for placement on blogs. A lot of blogs, they will allow you to spend a certain amount of money. Like I'm currently advertising on one blog where it's $500 for 3 months and we get a banner on their blog. Now, it's pretty interesting. It's something I'm worth trying out. On top of that, you could also probably pay for an article or some type of an ad. Let's focus on the article though for a second. There are a lot of blogs out there that you could say, hey, I really want you to do an article on my product. I'm willing to give you a few $100, whatever it is, and they'll write a full-on article. And what's cool about that is people will actually read it. It's not just an advertisement, it's content. It's something that their blog subscribers will read. You can also do this with YouTube. And this kind of gets into number 10, influencer marketing. But you can pay people to use your product in a YouTube video. You can pay them to talk about it, do a review of your product in a YouTube video. So much cool stuff. Number 10, influencer marketing. Like I said, this is somewhat related to number 9. You can do this on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, anything. Now, there's different ways to do this. Sometimes you can pay them to do it, like I talked about in number 9, or you can just send them a free product. And there's so many ways to hack this and do cool stuff. You could send them a bunch of really cool products. You could send them whatever, their favorite pair of shoes with your product inside it, or do whatever kind of weird stuff you can think of. I'm gonna let your mind run wild with this, but influencer marketing and getting, these people have millions of followers on Instagram or hundreds of thousands or whatever. You want their followers to see your stuff, reach out to them. One of the things you can try is actually, like I said, just paid or free, just send them a product. You can also try spotlight marketing. You could interview them and say, hey, we want to interview you and talk about you on our blog, and then develop that relationship. And then in exchange, maybe they'll talk about your product. Just a thought there. If you like this video, please click that subscribe button. I've got a ton of other e-commerce related videos coming out. And yeah, every week I got a few different ones coming out. On top of that, you can get your free online store success pack up here. I got marketing ideas for you. I got checklists. I'm gonna be coming out with an ebook soon, and you can get that up there. Actually, on top of that, I have a Facebook group that only people that sign up for this are gonna have access to. It's free, it's 100% free, and we all talk. I respond to people in there. If you have a question about e-commerce and you want like a real-time answer, click up there. Or if you have any other questions, leave it down in the comments below and I'll get back to you. One of my favorite parts of waking up is reading these questions that you guys leave about e-commerce. I always answer every question as long as it's related to e-commerce. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video and I'll see you next week.